Hello, everyone. My name is Matt, the director at Sunny Digital, which is an internet advertising agency based on the Sunshine Coast. So, when it comes to paid online ads, there are many different options and possibilities that you can look at when it comes to selecting an appropriate channel for your investment and where your audience is likely to be consuming content and engaging and ideally taking action when it comes to your advertising. So, we've got a couple of other topics and videos around search ads and social ads and that kind of thing, but there is a whole ecosystem of advertising channels out there that could at some point be a good fit, reflective of your goals, budget, timing, creative, and every other potential variable that can form into your marketing mix and messages. So, just wanted to run through a couple of other alternatives that you may or may not have heard of and when they could be a good fit for you. So, first one is called Rocked. And what Rocked is, if you've ever bought a pizza on Domino's, or in this example, bought tickets through Ticketmaster, the second you complete your purchase, it will give you a little pop up and it will say, "Hey, thanks for buying tickets to this event. Would you also like, in this example, a $20 sign up bonus to the TAB?" Now, it doesn't have to be obviously a $20 sign up bonus, and it doesn't have to be simple opt in. You could actually link out to your website, but primarily where Rock shines is through data capture. And with first party data being incredibly important, this can be a really valid solution. So you can also become a publisher on the Rocks platform if you are an e-commerce business. They do have certain criteria and prerequisites that you would need to meet. But if someone purchases something on your website, you could actually monetize it by becoming a publisher and allowing the Rock to pop up on your own website. Snapchat advertising, really unique platform and has seen incredible growth, especially in younger audiences. And there are quite a few different creative options that you can leverage here, as seen here, across both lead gen and e-commerce businesses too. In terms of the targeting capabilities of Snapchat, very similar to, I guess, the Facebook, Instagram, Meta targeting capabilities, everything across retargeting, dynamic advertising for e-commerce brands in terms of pulling through a feed. And then we also look at Reddit advertising too. So Reddit, if you don't know about it, it's a series of forums, communities, groups, collated into what's called subreddits. So you could really find like-minded people on Reddit across any interest. So think, if we take the example of Star Wars, for example, there would not only be a subreddit of Star Wars fans, there would also be subreddits of people who are highly interested in a certain character from Star Wars, and you can advertise by subreddit as well. Very engaging platform, very content heavy, and you can see here a lot of people spend considerable amount of time engaged with the app when they do open it. And they also do claim to have quite a large incremental audience that are only on Reddit and not active on other platforms. Targeting capabilities, as I mentioned, target by subreddit, target by demographics, geographics, and so on, and expect to look at similar budgets as to what you would invest in meta advertising. A few different subreddit and audience segments here, looking at, for example, console gamers, television and film aficionados, and so on. But they're highly, highly specific audiences. So if you have a very specific product with an incredibly niche audience consuming or buying that product, there might be a goldmine of subreddits that you could tap into and advertise on. A few different creative placements here, not too dissimilar to what you might expect from a social network, in feed advertising, subreddit advertising, various different creative placements and styles. And then looking at Pinterest advertising. So Pinterest has seen incredible growth as well over the past few years. They've really got their advertising products into a really nice spot. The back end targeting capability isn't too dissimilar to any of the other online advertising platforms. You can target by geography, interests, behaviors, retargeting. They have their own Pinterest pixel, which you can include and capture all that third party data, um, and upload your own customer lists as well. But where Pinterest really shines is it's not only a social network, it's also a search engine. So people actively go searching for life moments. So think wedding inspiration, or home inspiration, renovating a bathroom, or whatever it may be. So doubling down on key moments is really critical for Pinterest. TikTok advertising. So TikTok is not just for 14-year-olds. There is quite a large audience of TikTokers, especially in Australia, that are 18 plus, and even getting up into that 35 to 44 bracket there too. Past 45, it does die off significantly. So if your target audience is 44 or younger, definitely worthwhile considering. One of the things with TikTok to keep in mind is that on a targeting capability front, they're very much on par with the targeting capabilities of the other online advertising publishers and platforms. However, the geographical targeting isn't as granular as some of the others. So you can't target by postcode. This slide here says state targeting. They've just released the ability to target metro city as the most, I guess, lowest form of granularity from a geographical standpoint. But just one thing to consider there. So if your audience, they're only in a few postcodes, potentially not going down the TikTok path could be for you. On the available ad placements, so there's a bunch of different ad placements you can buy, and they all range in terms of how much they will cost you. So a brand takeover, or some branded hashtag challenge or things like that, you're really getting up into 5 and 6 figure budgets there, and much more of a branding exercise. The in-feed ads are things that you can buy on a DSP and an auction front. So when I say DSP, demand side platform, so something we could and we do for clients, where you buy an audience and buy various inventory throughout the day, throughout their feeds, and so on.